Okay, welcome back. In our last episode, I was kind of jacked up and crippled, and we had just finished exploring some areas and decided to come in here and talk to Kent Connolly, I believe is his last name. He is the fellow in the Memory Den who is broadcasting the Galaxy News Radio Classic Silver Shroud program, and we picked up a bunch of Silver Shroud memorabilia, including some outfits. And I believe, I don't remember if the Silver Shroud Silver Machine Gun prop is a weapon. I don't think it's an actual weapon. I think it's a miscellaneous item. But we're here to talk to him about it and see if he'd be interested in them.
Hey.
What do you want?
Come on, Curie. We're ready
Come on.
to go.
One of my duties is to serve.
And something else that you will notice is, in the last episode, I was kind of jacked up and crippled, but I'm not. By the time we got into the Memory Den, whatever had, I guess I was only barely injured, whatever had jacked up my leg had passed, so I'm in good shape now. So Curie and I are going to come in here.
Wait there.
I will wait.
Hey.
It is safe here? Yes?
And we're going to talk to Kent. Come here, Curie. Are you gonna sit there?
Moving terrain. Good. Being close will make it easier to tuck.
Are you just gonna sit there all day, or are you gonna come in here? Is your AI borked?
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Hey.
If waiting is what's required,
Over here.
I would be delighted to.
All right, there we go. Sorry to keep you waiting there, Kent. My companion was having a little bit of an AI brain fart. But are you the guy who's broadcasting the Silver Shroud radio program?
Hey there.
Goodneighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Oh, I hear you, man. I've definitely been there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
The Silver Shroud. Wasn't that a classic radio program they used to air pre-war?
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be hard to believe, but I'm actually from the past.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Yep. Wasn't he the guy who was frozen in an iceberg or something? Yeah, that's kind of what they did to me.
Yeah, that's the one. They found him in an iceberg off the harbor. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same, but, there's lots of things that give me hope. I kind of find some reasons to go on, so I'm just taking one day at a time, you know what I mean?
Maybe in some parts, like Diamond City, but over here, we got a ways to go. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real, with his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life, so we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Okay, you have a plan, and you want to make a positive difference. Good for you, buddy. What's your idea?
A ghoul with such fine aspirations. What a complex subspecies they are.
I just have to do something, you know? I've built my own custom machine gun, even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
Will I help? Brother, I think you're in luck. I happen to already have it on me. Yes, that was totally planned.
There she is, pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume herself. And memorabilia, too? You're something else. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
All right. Well, here's the costume.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But There's just one problem. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake, but the Shroud is strong, capable.
Don't sell yourself short, man. You're doing something already to try and make a positive difference. You know, sending out a message and getting people thinking on something other than the misery of trying to survive day to day. That's a noble cause. You should believe more in yourself.
I got a better idea who should wear it. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryovault and all.
Why would you want me to become the Silver Shroud?
You helped me out when everyone else just laughed at me. And you're from the olden days, just like me. You know how much things have fallen, how much we gotta fight for, to make the place better. So you win?
Okay, Kent. I'm in. What do you need me to do to become the Shroud?
The costume and gun are yours. So you patrol Goodneighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station.
All right.
Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the Silver Shroud has returned. Time to fight crime!
All right. So, apparently I'm a little thirsty. Which means I'll probably be hungry soon, too. So, I'm just going to take care of that. And I'll make me some mud chops. I'm gonna have one more purified water just to make sure I won't get too thirsty right away. Now, let's see. This has a bit of protection. My jumpsuit is 42, 32, and 25. The Silver Shroud costume is 42, 42, but no rad resistance. So that'll do me pretty good for now. It's kind of an even trade. But, yeah, anything for a fan. So let's see, get the Silver Shroud hat. I'll put that on. And the submachine gun. That doesn't really do much damage. But gotta complete the look. So it's a rather dapper looking Silver Shroud with combat armor. You know, I think I'm gonna take the combat armor off just to look my best in the Silver Shroud outfit for Kent. I know it's a sacrifice, but if I'm gonna be the Shroud, I'm gonna be the Shroud. And there we go. Apparently I'm the Shroud with glasses. But that works. Alright, so.
Kent.
I'll call in any bad guys I see. Sadly, in Goodneighbor, that won't take long.
Alright. So I guess this is as good as the armor's going to get for now. We have to do some of his quest before we can upgrade it. So let's do that. I think, though, before I go too far, I'm going to hop next door to Hotel Rexford.
Can't believe it. He looked just like Sammy, too.
He sure as hell didn't act like him. Institute thinks they can replace people with synths. In this town, they got another thing coming.
A synth?
What am I gonna tell his mother?
Hey there.
Hey, just your friendly neighborhood watch. Shooting down Institute spies as they crop up.
What happened here?
Ah, poor Sammy got snatched up by the Institute. Then those bastards send this low-rent double in his place. It's pathetic. They didn't make it 2 days before everyone realized something was wrong with him. Then we made the call, and here we are. Speaking of which, I gotta figure out where this body needs to get dumped. Why don't you get going?
Alright. Well, that sounds like it's horrible.
Excuse me.
Got a reason to be bothering me. I just had to shoot up a synth body snatcher over here.
Really? So, this was a synth?
Yeah, unbelievable, huh? Sammy was fine a few days ago, and then bam, he's acting funny, gives up cigarettes, the booze, stops cheating on his wife. I mean, the man wasn't a saint, but he was who he was, you know. The Institute ain't got no right to replace him with a synth double. Look, we gotta clean up here. You keep close to you and yours, alright?
Now, that sounds like a rough situation. Wonder if the real Sammy's still alive out there somewhere. But since this isn't the real Sammy, you guys won't mind. You guys won't mind if I take some of his stuff, right? Right? Oh. Hey, Rufus. You're one of the people I'm coming to see.
Excuse me.
Hey there. You're new around Goodneighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
It's not too bad. Why do you ask?
Just trying to get a feel for you. Ain't exactly the safest neighborhood, so I like to know who's gonna cause trouble and who's gonna end it.
Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing.
I'm usually fixing stuff over at the Hotel Rexford, or drinking that swill down at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
A job, huh? Well, what are we talking about?
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm guessing this is a paying job.
Of course. How about 200 caps and some of the beer? Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
Just 200 caps? Don't really need the beer. That's nice and all, but can you do any better?
Fair point. 300 caps plus beer. Are you going to take the job?
Well, you know, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong with this job. There's raiders and deathclaws and mutants out there. So, can you give me just a bit more, you know, for the trouble?
You drive a hard bargain. 400 caps plus beer. But that's all I can do. Are you going to take the job?
Okay, that sounds fair enough. What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
Not empty, huh? I kind of figured. Is it going to be a big machine? Am I going to have to disassemble it and lug the parts back here or something?
Usually it is, but apparently this machine has been miniaturized, so that shouldn't be a problem. Are you going to take the job?
So it's literally a microbrew. All right. Well, you said 400 caps plus some of the beer? Okay, I'm in.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
All right. Sounds like a deal, Rufus. All right. And let's see. I'm going to mark both of these. And the Diamond City Blues, because we're going to be working this side of town for the next couple episodes. But it was nice talking to you, Rufus. Thanks for the work and the really good deal. But there's also someone else in here that I want to see. Before it gets too late, we have to rest for the night.
Fred, are you going to hang out in the lobby all day again? Or are you actually going to go down and do some work?
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not all about sampling those chems either. Maybe if you stopped using, you could focus.
What? Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
All right. He's obviously got a drug problem. A couple things going on here. Fun fact. If you remember the drug heist near the water outside of Diamond City, one of the people that was left over after that was Trish, who swore up and down that she would not rat us out. However, we let her go. We let her live because Curie does not like murder. And neither do I. But she lied. She did rat us out. And that's Murawski. That's the guy that we stole all those chems from. That's also the guy whose chem lab we have to go and raid as a final part of the quest line. If we go in there and talk to him, he knows, and he gives us 1 week to come up with 2,000 caps, otherwise he sends bounty hunters after us. Since we don't want that, we're not going to talk to him. In fact, yeah, let's just close the door. Not interested in going that way. No. No, where we're going is up here to the 3rd floor. Because there is someone specific that I want to talk to. Do you remember this guy?
What? No, it can't. It's you from Sanctuary Hills, right?
Yep, that's me. Are you the Vault-Tec salesman who visited my house pre-war?
Wait. I am Vault-Tec. 20 years of loyal service, and now look at me. I wasn't on the list. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How's that possible?
You weren't on the list? So they never let you in even though you worked for them? That's horrible, man. To answer your question directly, they had us frozen in pods. They wanted to experiment on us and see if that would work. And unfortunately, I'm the only one who made it out alive.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
Yeah, that sounds like it was a really hard time, man, and you deserve better than that. I'm sorry about the way things played out for you. I'm so...
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Well, you know, if you want to, if you remember where Sanctuary is, I found a few other survivors. They're kind of turning it into a new home. If you'd like a new home with some company, you're welcome to go there.
Hey, really? You will? Okay, I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right? I'll see you there.
All right. And he is not essential, so he can die. So there's a couple things you want to do when you're handling him. If you decide to stay here, you do not want to go outside when he goes outside because that spawns the cell, including all of the enemies in the cell. You want to kind of stay here, maybe rest for a day and let him get a good day's head start. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to rest for the night. We're going to give him a good day's head start so that he's, you know, well away from us when we exit. And that should make sure that he survives on his way back to Sanctuary, which if we go to Sanctuary in about a day, he'll be there. But first, because I am not entirely cold-hearted, and to be honest, I feel kind of sad about this guy's story. I kind of feel bad for him. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip him up with some of the extra stuff that we found. Now, the M92 that I found on one of the gunners, I upgraded it with some materials that I had on hand, I put a better receiver on it, better barrel, better grip, better magazine, sight, and a suppressor. And because he's Vault Tech and never got those steak knives they promised him, I put a nice wood grip on it, so it's kind of a collector's edition of the M92 for this poor fellow. So I'm going to give him that. And I'm going to give him some ammo for it. If I recall correctly, this takes 10 millimeter. And I have the 10 millimeter that I picked up. So we're going to give him that. And we're going to give him the company man's fedora. And let's see. Going to give him a tuxedo, which happens to have some ballistic weave on it. So I armored both. I went ahead and spent a little bit of the ballistic weave that I've accumulated, and I went ahead and armored the... I'm going to put the trench coat back on, and the... Where is it? The dirty fedora back on him, just to show the armor levels, about 30 and 30 on both of those. So I went ahead and used a bit of the ballistic weave that I saved. So we're going to give him those. And since he's going to be traveling at night, I figured I'll give him some shadowed leather armor as well. So I'm going to give him that, and that. And because he's a cool salesman, we're going to give him sunglasses too. So he no longer has to wear his dirty yellow trench coat. Got him all dressed up and dappered up. And this is the way that Vault Tech should have treated this fine fellow, because if it were not for him and his company dedication and his thoroughness in following through with potential customers, I would have died. So, indirectly, I owe this guy. So there you go. You're all hooked up, looking good.
You're going to come visit, right?
Yes, I will come visit.
Excuse me.
You're going to come visit,
Yes,
right?
I'm going to come visit. You're looking quite good there, fella. Safe travels. Be careful. Try to stay away from the
You're
raiders
going
and
to
super
come
mutants.
Visit, right?
And I hope you make it to Sanctuary safely. Now, we are going to go out. We're going to get some rest.
Oh man, someone new.
Actually, we went back to the memory den because I remember there's a little alcove in here where we can set up a tent. That's just perfect. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up our tent here, and Curie and I will sleep for the night in the memory den. So I'll pause the video here while we rest, and we'll pick up in the morning. Okay. It is the next morning at almost 6 a.m. and of course it's raining. And I think what we need to do is listen to the Silver Shroud radio to see what's going on here. So,
Galaxy News! Calling all Silver Shroud fans. A once-in-a-lifetime announcement. The Silver Shroud returns and he's gonna clean up the streets. Everyone heard how Wayne Delancey murdered Miss Selmy and her kid over a few lousy caps. Death is coming for you, Wayne.
Galaxy News! Galaxy News! Radio! When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the
so we got our first Silver Shroud quest. And I am thirsty again, so I'm going to drink some water. And it wants us to go this way. This guy.
Hi.
What's with the fancy duds? Looks expensive. Might be I found a new friend.
Friend? Are you the one who killed Miss Selmy?
Rumor is you killed Miss Selmy. That true?
Selmy? Yeah, I killed the bitch. And her whelp, too. Shouldn't have bothered, they barely had 2 caps between them.
Well, in that case...
Your crimes have gone unpunished for too long.
What the hell's wrong with you? Well, nothing a few bullets won't cure.
Monsieur, enemies have been dispatched.
Are you dead? Huh. You were trying to hang on there, were you? Well.
I believe we're supposed to file a police report, yes? And all the little things go in baggies for evidence.
Yes, indeed. Alright. So. That's actually a decent looking combat armor piece, yeah. Kind of heavy for the value, though. I've got the room, though. Here, I have a Silver Shroud calling card. Although I did take quite the damage for that. Good lord, this drifter had a lot of stuff on him. Alright. As much as I would love to use a Silver Shroud's machine gun, I think I'm gonna at least need to use my rifle. Cause that just doesn't do enough. And I don't have nearly the ammo for it, so we're gonna have to use the Scar. So let's go over here, use the cooking station, and get some more food ready, because I need to eat something. That guy did a number on me.
What is it?
Okay, that's better.
That a Silver Shroud costume? Hey, no judgments, but ain't that a kid's show?
Does it look like a kid's show? Does it look like a kid's show? No. This is not kid business. Alright, let's see.
Been talk about vaulting you.
Let's see what's next on the radio.
Galaxy!
Some problem
Friend
there
of the
you
show,
were caught up in?
Jerry, is
Quarantine
here.
or some such? Damn.
Is this thing on?
Wow.
Hello? Hello?
It's on. We're recording in here. Aw, man. Great. Great. The Silver Shroud's dispatched justice already. Miss Selmy has been avenged.
Shit, the Shroud off Wayne? Wait, so this guy's actually for real?
Oh, you better believe it. So, Jerry, go on. Tell the listeners about what we're talking about.
Right. So AJ, you know, the chem dealer by Bobby's, he's doing good for himself. Says he's got a whole new market. Kids. Even with his garbage chems, he's just raking in the caps.
You hear that? Sounds like the Silver Shroud has another bad guy to deal with.
Why? This Shroud guy, he's gonna muscle in on the chem trade now?
No, he's gonna do something about it. AJ's selling to kids, and his chems have killed people.
And? I don't get it.
We can't let AJ kill kids.
Whatever.
Well.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston.
Well, sounds like not everybody is as enthused about cleaning a Goodneighbor as Kent is, but based on what Kent said, we got another job to do. Curie. Oh, there you are. Did you get stuck on something? I would like for you
You need something from me?
Check it out.
to stand over
I shall
there.
make this a priority.
There you go. Are you stuck? I'd really like for you not to be in my line of fire, Curie. So
Look alive.
would you please?
May I be of assistance?
There you go. That's better.
Excuse me.
Hey, look at the clown. This is my turf, clown. And I don't appreciate what you call 'em's trespassers.
Well, this is what the Silver Shroud thinks of you.
Peddling poison to kids, are we? Today, you face the Silver Shroud!
Who you say? Oh, for Christ's sake. Did Kent put you up to this? He keeps moaning about the poor little kids. What the hell, right? Tell you what. I'll pay you, let's say 50 caps just to shut up about it. And, maybe get Kent off my back. Alright?
Stop selling to children, a miscreant, or face my wrath.
What you are doing is quite illegal.
Screw you. Waste the freak.
Alright. Dealt with. I'll take the 308, thank you. Let's listen to the radio again.
Galaxy News.
The Silver Shroud's bringing justice to Goodneighbor. You bad guys better look out. And now, a special update. The villainous assassin Kendra was recently spotted at the third rail. The same Kendra who bombed Little Joe's shack and killed 4 innocent drifters. If you want to see the Silver Shroud in action, stay near Whitechapel Charlie. The Shroud's sure to interrogate him to find the evildoer's whereabouts.
Galaxy News Radio.
Alright.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows.
Alright, so we're hungry. We're still hungry. Alright. That did not quite heal us. So.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Alright. If that Edward Deegan guy's here... Don't try it, Deegan. Don't. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Yeah, that's right.
Charlie.
Make way for paying customers. You look like one of them wankers from the posters. What you wearing that for?
You look upon the Silver Shroud. I seek a miscreant named Kendra.
Shroud, then? More like a nutter. Kendra is not one to be trifled with. People associated with her have a habit of being found face down in a ditch. If you're set on meeting her, for a fee it can be arranged.
It is not wise to stand between the Silver Shroud and righteous justice.
Justice? You mean to end her? In that case, her flat's just south of Goodneighbor. Water Street Apartments. Look out for the blighters she's got with her. Nasty piece of business, that. Good luck.
Thank you, Charlie. I don't think I ever went in here. But there is someone in
Can't
here
say I'm surprised to
who we
find
can
a
hire.
dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Goodneighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes. Get out of my
Hey,
face.
guys, I want your hats. And, I don't know if Curie will get mad at me for doing this. That's why I made the quick save, but, yeah, I'm doing it.
I suppose we should dispatch them.
Oh. Well, apparently everyone's hostile. So we don't want that.
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Look, pal. If you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
You guys are real lucky that nobody lets me shoot you in the back here. Oh, well. I really wanted their hats. So, McCready, what's the story with Winlock and Barnes?
Maybe a couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. It's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
The Gunners?
Never. One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound you'd think they were a cult or something. Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but it never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Are you always this suspicious?
Are you? Hey, you approached me. And frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place. So I'm not about to leave anything to chance. Which brings me back to my original question. Can I trust you?
Oh, can I trust you? We've only just met, and you're acting like you're in control of this conversation. The simple truth is, everything's a risk.
Oh, I already told you way too much. I need to learn to keep my big mouth shut. Look, I'm tired of playing 20 questions. So I'll cut you a deal right now. 250 caps. Up front. And there's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
There's always room for bargaining.
You drive a hard bargain, but you just bought yourself an extra gun. All right, boss. Let's get out of here.
All right. Curie, I'm temporarily going to dismiss you.
Hey. Do you need something, monsieur?
Yes, I would like to travel with you.
Then let us get underway.
Well, Curie, I guess you're up. Have fun out there.
Mon Dieu! Always so polite. Au revoir to you, Macready.
All right, MacReady. I think I'd like you to go over to Hangman's Alley. There's a couple other people over there who could use your gun and protection. That's where I want you to be. And at some point, I may come and gear you up a little bit better, but you go take care of that place, all right? Speaking of Hangman's Alley, I just want to make sure that I haven't over-provisioned that. Yeah, Abernathy's a lie. 5 people, 5 beds. Alright, well, that means some of them are going to try and sleep in that bed in the other room, so I'm probably going to need to go over there and set up another one, but it'll do for now. We are going to hunt our third target, Kendra the Merc. And she is outside, so I think what we're going to do is just offload a bit of the junk that we found to Cleo here.
I hope you're buying. Even a girl with an arsenal full of weapons needs to make a living, after all.
I understand, Cleo. Let's see what you have.
Murder and mayhem at a discount.
Alright, she didn't really have any ammo that I could buy, which is unusual. But we're just going to sell her stuff offloaded to get the caps. Now, we're going to head over to Kendra's place. Okay. That sound tells me that there's a random spawn over there of probably some raiders or scavvers or something who have died. So we need to check that out. And the weather and busyness of this area sometimes tanks frames, but it shouldn't be too bad for too long, especially once everything gets loaded. So, we are going this way to get Kendra and also to investigate the sound of... Oh, uh-oh. There we go. That's the problem right there.
Systems offline. Sensor anomaly detected.
Again, I have survived the hostilities.
Nice shooting, Curie. Thank you. Alright. Looks like a bunch of scavengers got wiped out by some synths. So, let's go see what they got. This random spawn, they usually have a lot of Ellie's outfits on them, which are really cool, so these will be added to the collection. Oh, a Fire Institute rifle. Okay. Synth armor's usually got some fairly interesting materials in it. Yeah, looks like these guys didn't make it. That looks painful. It's an overly dramatic death pose. That's what that is right there. It's an overly dramatic death pose. Just gonna cook some of the stuff that I picked up. Not much. You're just being adorable sitting there on the barrel. But we got work to do, Curie, so let's not tarry. Let's see. That map marker. Where is Kendra's place? Shouldn't be too far. I want to say it should have been back there. Did I pass it? Or did I not go far enough? Oh, didn't go far enough, so this is it. Okay. Gonna make a save here before we go in. And check and see. Alright, I'm carrying a good bit of stuff, but I still got some room, and I think I should probably eat to heal up. That should get me close enough.
No. Psst. What do you want?
Here, carry some of this stuff, Curie. Thank you. Now we'll go in.
What the? You're gonna fucking pay for that!
We're getting wasted! Oh, hell no! Oh.
Getting tired yet?
She came right around the corner in my face. I guess I was in your way.
Dad, you hear me?
I knew she was there.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun!
Don't worry, I'll be back. Yes, thank you. I'll take the 308. Combat armor. I'll take that. Wait, that wasn't Raider crap, was it? No, leather. Okay, good. I'll sell the cigs, bottles, bottles,
Only
bottles.
a fucking coward eyes!
Behind.
No sign of him now.
Alright. That's an interesting find. Clean suits and 10mm pistol and rounds in a suitcase. I wonder if that was a hitman's suitcase. We're going to take an honorary Duscran. There's a few things here worth picking up. The combat armor's kind of worth it. I've got the capacity though, so I think I'll take it. You had a 10mm SMG. I'm glad I went for you first. It would have sucked if you opened up on me. On first glance, bottles look like a waste. However, empty bottles are worthless, but since you can fill them with water for free, their value skyrockets from 2 to 5 caps, anywhere to 20 to 30 after that. So that's why I pick up the bottles. They are a moneymaker. Oh, none in there. Comfy pillow. You could go up that way, but that's a bad idea. Instead, I'm going to go up this way. That light is designed to blind you, but if you can dim it, if you can step up here and have it obscured, you can clearly see that there's a turret there. And not walk into the trap. The only thing I don't like about Fallout 4 is you can't shoot the light out. And with that light there, it's hard to see that there's traps in here. And before we deal with Kendra, I'm going to make a save.
Hey,
You need something, yes?
over here.
At once.
Hey,
May I be of assistance?
wait there.
I will wait. It is safe here, yes?
No, it's not safe here, but this is what we're going to do. I want flanking positions on her because she looks like bad news, Curie.
You must be Kendra.
And you're the crazy one in the costume. Wayne Delancey's killer. You have no idea who you're dealing with. I do so like it when the little bug crawls willingly into the spider's webs.
Really?
You have taken your last life, villain.
You stole my line.
Yeah. Quick draw nonsense. She shoots almost immediately. There's really... The only other option would be to just shoot her without talking to her. But we're going to leave a calling card. Shelley Tiller. I think I want to check that out. And take that. All right. Pick up some chems. Of course, I'm crippled. Let's see. What am I crippled? My left arm. Alright. Not terrible. At least I can still walk. Is that everything in here? Nope. This chem's up there.
Come on.
Yes?
And a cap stash.
I have seen pictures of that.
Alright. Well. This is most of the main quests for the Silver Shroud that are fairly close to Goodneighbor, and I don't want to get too far. There are more to do, but this episode's gone for pretty close to an hour, so I think I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we'll finish off the last of the Silver Shroud quests. I will probably see that one through all the way to completion, though, because the climax for that quest is really cool. And there's a particular way that I like to handle it. So we will get to that in the next episode. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Also, I think it's kind of ironic that I've ended 2 episodes in a row now, crippled.